is one of the world's most special places, a true World Heritage listed national park that is bursting with an abundance of flora and fauna. The island is more commonly known as Fraser Island, after Eliza Fraser was shipwrecked here in 1836. But long before she washed ashore, this idyllic island was home to the Butchulla people for thousands of years. Here at Dropbear Adventures, we call this magical place Gari, which in Butchulla means paradise. Because to us, that's exactly what it is.
Gari is my home, it's my passion, and I feel I have a responsibility to do what I can to make sure it stays pristine and look after it. We have an opportunity to educate lots of people from around the world, and we feel it's our responsibility and our duty to do that the best way that we can.
Over just a few decades, Gari has gradually become a tourist hotspot that sees hundreds of thousands of visitors travel to her shores every year. We feel really lucky to have the privilege of showcasing this beautiful place to visitors from all over the world, and it's a privilege that we do not take for granted. We have always invested our time, energy and money into running a holistic business that promotes best practice. We include a mini beach cleanup on all our tours to show our appreciation and respect for the island, and also give our guests a chance to see the effects of plastic pollution firsthand.
If you guys can help me really quickly, we're going to do a 3 or 4 minute beach clean and just make our little impact on the island and help to take some plastic out of the environment.
Most of the rubbish we find on the island, however, is not from thoughtless visitors. It washes up on our shores with each tide, and it breaks our heart to see our once pristine beaches being littered with so much plastic.
As we were driving along and I saw all the garbage along the shoreline and then particularly the water bottles, it sickened me. I was really sad to see all of that. So I was thrilled that we stopped and did a quick 3-minute cleanup. I would have happily done that a few times a day, you know. The more we do it, the bigger effect that we can have.
Our biggest challenge by far is plastics, and no matter how many changes we make in our business, some plastics are just unavoidable. We love being part of the Plastic Free Noosa program and are so proud to say that we are single-use plastic free.
We're not asking businesses to make a change that they can't achieve. So to give you an example, one of those would be asking them to eliminate single-use water bottles. Now that's a large component of our marine debris, plastic debris. Up to 30-35%. So if a business can actually simply stop using single-use water bottles and offer an alternative like a reusable bottle, then that makes a huge impact on the environment.
We're also avid recyclers of all our commingled and soft plastics, even when we found out that there would be no recycling services offered on the island anymore. But we didn't let that stop us. In true Dropbear style, we thought outside the box and we came up with a solution. We take all our recyclable waste off the island to be recycled, and we've done this since 2015. That's over 70,000 litres a year that we divert from landfill.
Alright guys, we can fit, we're going to fit 3 in today, so we've got 1 full of mixed recycling, cardboard and plastic, 1 full of glass bottles, 1 full of clean soft plastic today.
It is great to see on camp that you're not using any single-use plastics. In breakfast, we use plates and knives and we wash them, and all the things we eat are from the jars or from bottles that are reused. So there's not this constant waste of production, which actually feels good, you know. It just feels good to be on a tour like this, where you are seeing beautiful places and you know that you are not ruining them as, let's say, as much as possible.
It's different to anywhere else that I've worked before, in the way that really I've never worked for anyone else that has been that conscientious of the use of plastic. So it's definitely been good to learn about it, and practically the way that it's affected my work day is just Obviously it's like a small bit more effort, but it's definitely worth it, you know. It's like an extra 2 minutes a day, but it's just basically like making sure we check the bins, the recycling bins, to make sure everything that's in there can be recycled and is in the right one.
In 2017, we set ourselves on a mission to become the first tour company on Gari to be 100% carbon neutral, and we wanted to achieve this by 2020. It was an enormous goal because although we provide authentic tours to Gari, essentially we're a transport company, and a four-wheel drive transport company with a rather large carbon footprint. But we wanted to do something about it. Now for us, this wasn't just a case of calculating our carbon and planting some trees. We really wanted to commit to this challenge in the most honourable way possible. And for us, that meant reducing our carbon footprint first. So we set about to achieve 4 main goals. To reduce, we altered our menu and purchasing procedures to reduce waste through excess packaging, by bulk buying and choosing more ethically sourced products. To recycle, we also started composting all of our food waste, which massively reduced our landfill. To record, we've spent 2 years calculating our waste production, food, fuel and equipment consumption, and are now ready to offset our carbon footprint. We've invested our money into a great program called Trees for Tourism that is backed up by Tourism Noosa right here on the Sunshine Coast. Through these exercises, we have reduced our meat consumption by 20%, and this is largely because of our guests choosing the vegetarian option, which goes a long way in reducing our collective carbon footprints. We also upped our investment in solar energy, and now 85% of the energy we use on the island comes from solar power. We truly love this place, and though we have always been environmentally considerate ourselves, we have always wanted to do more to help protect her. Driven by our love for country and our respect for the traditional custodians of this paradise island, we've always aimed to live by bachelor law, the first being, what is good for the land must come first.
I've travelled a lot of places in Australia. I did I've been on road trips, been to little towns, but this is the most purest experience I've had of kind of Australia, and actually it smells like seeing the wildlife and meeting people, hearing all the lovely stories, like the didgeridoo, like the boomerang. Yeah, it's great.
I'm not from here, but still I'm from the world, so I would really like this place to conserve its cleanness, its beauty, its nature and its purity, as long as the world lasts, let's say, so other people can also contemplate here and enjoy the nature as we have. So.
Gari will always be a special place to us. It's where Hannah and I met and fell in love. It's our happy place. The island is so many things to so many people. Some understand it and feel her magic just after one visit and vow to return. Some of us get to spend more time in this paradise. Either way, this extraordinary place will stay with you. Nothing beats getting lost in island time, floating down Eli Creek, wetting a line, wandering through the rainforest, lazing around on the beach and watching the sun set over the ocean. At the end of every day on the island, we feel the magic of island life. We live in nature. We see the devastating effects of pollution on our beaches every day. We've witnessed the harm it can cause to our marine life and wildlife, and watched as many other pristine environments are being destroyed by human greed. Through appreciation and caring, it's easy to maintain our motivation and support our beach cleanups. Drop Our Adventures has never been about being the biggest tour company on Gari, but I've always wanted us to be the best, and to me and my team, that means doing our part in helping protect this special place. And we hope that leading by example will inspire others to do more, not just here, but all around the world.